gelling, but this is the first game action for everyone in that setting, so we'll see how it goes here. And on the first one, it's a handoff and nothing going. It's actually going to be a loss of a couple yards. Caldwell, the receiver for Lindenwood, the two key guys under some pressure here, able to get it off, but not much going before torn out of bounds. Back to about the
get off the field.
So it's a 3rd down and 11 on the first drive of the game as Davis has some time, and it's going to be incomplete. So it'll be for TSU. As he has some time, fires it over, and a gain of about 4 yards.
Jordan.
Yeah, they had 312 yards on the ground last game, and here the handoff goes to Gantz, and he's good for a 1st down before he's brought down. And let's take a look at the
line is got to set the tone.
As here, the quick pass across midfield, and still on his feet there before being brought down is Deshaun Davis. Sets, a couple 1st downs already for this TSU offense as Ellis is able to go deep and finds his man at the 5-yard line before he is brought down. Huge pickup there for who else but Jordan. Has Gant still to the left of him in the backfield. Handoff goes to Gant, pushing forward, and he's into the end zone. It's pay dirt, so Gantz not wasting any time, putting the Tigers on the scoreboard.
Early, but hopefully Lindenwood is thinking that they can get their big play guy, Jeff Caldwell, going, and it looks like they're coming out to him.
As Davis is going to keep it himself to the 35-yard line before he tumbles down. Josh Green in on the stop for TSU. As Davis slings it, and this time finds his guy across midfield, and that's Caldwell. He's off to the races, to the 10, to the 5, and he is in the end zone. So we were talking about him, and that time Davis finds Caldwell, who streaks to the end zone. So much for that bum ankle, right?
Skill, his size, his attributes, he was able to take that to the house. You have a missed tackle by Fondren Hollis, and that's the matchup. Coach.
And under center, so as we said, the 2-quarterback system still in play here this afternoon. Bryant under some pressure. He's going to sling it. And not much going there. Trenton Gillison last year, Kobe McClendon was coming off a game with a sack and a tackle for a loss. Here a gain of a few yards, and you can see that Lindenwood defense is
territory in order to keep the drive going.
So it's a 3rd and 6 from their own 12. Bryant has a little bit of time, and across the middle is able to complete it. Still on his feet, out to the 30, to the 40. Another big pickup to midfield and into Lindenwood's territory, as that's the shot. 46. As Bryant will hand it off to Gant. Tried to change direction, is going to push forward for a gain of a couple yards. And again, you can see their die trying to seen here a couple times already early on. So it's a 2nd down and 8. Bryant now dropping back to pass. He's under some pressure, and he's going to dump it off.
Yeah, he was fortunate to get that.
First, the game all knotted up. A Big South OVC Football Association contest. Here's Bryant still in the pocket. Now he's going to twist, take it himself. He's got some room inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line before he's brought down.
And that's the
idea is you put your best 11 on the field, right? So he said both quarterbacks are my best 11, as that is incomplete. And he said, now I haven't done it yet this year. He said, but, you know, hey. As Bryant has plenty of time. Now he's under some pressure. Backpedals a ton, and he'll throw it.
I'll get right back to the line of scrimmage.
And losing at UT Martin. Here Bryant is going to look and find his receiver. And that's going to be Deron Johnson. It's an 86% success rate. As Bryant here, a handoff to Gant. And he'll gain about 3 yards or so before he's with 2, so that means it's 2nd and 13. As here, Bryant is going to look to his right. And that was incomplete, getting a hand in there. So far, perfect on the young game in this department. Under a lot of pressure, Bryant's able to sneak out of it. Now he's going to look toward the end zone, into and out of the hands of his receiver.
Almost had it, and now they have to settle for 3.
And the kick here from Lowry is up, and it is good. So Lowry able to give TSU the 3-point lead here over Lindenwood. Lined up there with Fondren Hollis on him. As Davis calls for it, it's going to be handed off and get only a couple yards or so.
Nice tackle by Jay.
Of different schools up a level. Helped do it at Sioux Falls and now here at Lindenwood, as there Davis twists away from one tackle and out to about the 30-yard line before he's brought down. 3rd down and 6. Ball on their own 29-yard line. Davis back to pass. Slings it, and it's going to be picked off and off to the races, to the 5 and into the end zone, tumbling in for the score, Josh Green. His 11th career interception, and able to take that one into.
He had to see this in his film study. It didn't hurt. It didn't help him or hurt him that Carter Davis stared down his receiver. Take a shot here and try and get some points early.
So here's Davis as he's going to hand it off. And it'll be a gain of a few yards there. So it'll be a 2nd down and 4. Davis is going to be brought down. Now it's a loose ball, still loose. And it looks like Lindenwood able to maintain it.
Big hit by Jeremiah Joseph.
As Davis drops back, now has to scramble as he unloads it down the field. And he's going to have his guy catch it, Zach Hahn. As he stands in the shotgun and will sling it across the middle into and out of the hands of one of the Tigers. The handoff here, gain of a few yards.
It looks like a wrist from Carter Davis.
Handoff here, nothing going at all as Davis is exiting the field, so he's leaving.
Tough time to settle in.
Less than a minute to play here in the first. Justice back to pass, and he completes it. And now some speed used, some secondary action from Jalen Bethany.
And that's what you need, Dan. Like Jalen Bethany, make a play.
TSU lead over Lindenwood, who is driving as Cooper Justice is in the game and under pressure, and he is being brought down there.
I just threw a jump ball to the left.
And instead, he's going to go to the right into and out of the hands there of Jalen Bethany. 3 receivers up to the top part of your screen. Justice again looking to his right to Caldwell. And that's going to be incomplete. TSU here from Logan Siebert as his kick is up and winding to the left, and that's no good. So the kickers here in this game have struggled a little bit. Kick over from their own 20-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 as Draylon Ellis is back in under center, and he'll hand it off and pushing forward there for a gain of a few yards before, which we've seen and really accelerating, which we saw on their first possession on that big catch that he had down the sideline. But he's also done a good job of balance last game, so they were impressed with that. TSU trying to work quickly here on a 3rd and 1, trying to push forward for the fresh set. They think they've got it. Week against Lincoln. Granted, it's a D2 independent school, but still have to play him, as Ellis here will unload down the field, and he finds his receiver, and that's going to be Deshaun Davis down the sidelines before he's finally pushed out of bounds. Davis there with that explosive ability. Here's the QB for TSU. Handoff will go to Gantz, using those legs to churn forward for another nice chunk of yards.
Yeah, he showed patience.
Looking over toward the short part of the field, Ellis will fire that way, almost intercepted into and out of the hands there of Brendan Dye. As it's down to 5 seconds to work with. All right, he's able to back. And it'll be complete. Still on his feet, turning to the 5. That's where his forward motion will be.
Ball.
So a 1st and goal from the 4. Again, trying to quickly move it, that time to Gantz, and it's going to be incomplete.
Once again, down here, give it to the man who's been hot. That's Mr. Gant.
And instead, it's going to be Ellis keeping it himself, bouncing out to the left side, and he hits the pylon and into the end zone. So Ellis able to score it this time. As Cooper Justice, redshirt sophomore, is going to hand it off. Gain here of a few yards before being brought down, as that's Justin Williams.
Jeff Caldwell needs to be a part of this action.
We saw Caldwell early and haven't seen much from him since, and now Justice under a lot of pressure, and he's brought down.
Brought down, big play by that man, Terrell Allen. That's his second sack or
Allen was on that one. As here, Justice is back. Allen trying to get to him again, chasing him down, and the ball is loose. That's going to be a TSU football.
Big Terrell Allen once again comes off the edge, makes the strip sack. This one
As looks like Devion Bryant's back on the field under center for the Tigers. He'll immediately go toward the end zone and into and out of the hands there of Karate Brinson. The TSU sometimes has come out, set an early tone, but hasn't been able to finish and had to come back late and score some points in order to pick up some dubs. So we'll see here today. A handoff there to Gantz, able to make a move and into the end zone, scoring again, Jordan Gantz.
Yeah, once again, that's the same. He's been the #1 guy, even if you got to force it to him. Anytime you see one-on-one matchups, you should, and that's big right there. Anyone that can help. Down 30-7, you like to see.
Nick Faster, he would have been off to the races. That pass is incomplete. Justice in the pocket, and that time unable to link up with Caldwell, and now there's going to be a flag. So the series, a very young one, as the handoff here again to Rhodes, and he's going to be sniffed out there at the sideline or at the line of scrimmage. Lose a couple of yards. TN.com. Justice to pass, and that one high. Ellis is back out under center for TSU. And the handoff again to Gantz. Now it's going to be, they faked it, and it's going to be to
Deshaun
Davis
is off to the races. With the RPO quick slant, Deshaun Davis picked everybody out right here. Deshaun Davis, boom. Makes one guy miss, and nobody was catching him. Great play fake by Draylon Ellis. Lindenwood was the challenge that they were challenging themselves. Can we go out there and make it happen? And they've so far made it happen in the first half, still with 7 minutes.
In 2009, then went NCAA Division II in 2010, and then D1 last year. And this year, as I said, becoming a full member of the OVC. So they've
line, and you lose your second-string quarterback in the first quarter.
Another handoff here, and it's going to be a gain of a few yards. That'll be Justin Williams.
Down, get some more points on the board, go back to the drawing board at halftime, and make it a game in the second half.
As that pass was high.
And you have to be able to help your quarterback out. Yes.
You were a big-time defender in the NFL,
yes.
College. How does that change your scope when you begin the game with a righty quarterback, and then not only do you have a new QB, but you're changing that? Is it that big of a deal or not?
I think you just those guys rushing just to know what side to strip from.
As Justice is under some pressure, but he looks deep and just overthrows there as he again, Devion Bryant has returned as quarterback for TSU. And this time he will hand it off. And that'll be a gain there of a few yards.
In the starting spot, so some of these guys for the Tigers who are in now can find themselves in similar positions as the season moves on.
How about Bryant there putting down his shoulder and trying to gain an extra few yards, and there's going to be
with the ref. It's not my job.
Page is a guy that Anthony Lewis, the offensive line coach, was praising this week, as here Bryant is able to gain a nice chunk of yardage before last year.
Wow, shows the progress.
As here Bryant's under some pressure, and he's going to heave it toward the end zone, And it's going to be tipped and another flag.
Yeah, I think
At the Lindenwood 12, now Bryant changing some stuff up. Able to get the snap off, again hands it to Boone, who gets forward for a few yards before he's brought down. That's a little bit of a victory, as this time the handoff goes, a gain of another few yards.
got Gant back in there.
And he fires toward the end zone, threw it just out in front.
Big, you just want to get anything that gives you life.
As Jed Lowry's kick is up and it is through. Able to hit the field goal, Lowry is, and that gives TSU under pressure a pretty good amount. As this time he'll hand it off. A gain there of about 6 yards or so.
Yeah, I think wasn't the quarterback getting the reps this week in practice. So let's figure out what Cooper is comfortable with, come back out in the second half and get some things done. Because right now, that Tennessee State front line, you see George, you see Beard, they're back.
For Lindenwood, you know, they've had some really tough games this year and some really big losses, as Ellis here pours it over and incomplete. And you look at their schedule, so it'll be a 2nd down and 10, as Ellis is going to hand it off. Gain there of a yard or so before Gant was brought down.
Able to sustain that momentum.
Now Ellis under some pressure, rolls out to his left, and he's going to be brought down.
3rd down, that's a big sack. And look, that's
Lions, so the 3rd quarterback we've seen here today, as Kubat is going to hand it off. And nothing going, maybe a loss of 1 there on the play.
Big Cam Stewart.
That's your guy. You love him. Colorado, 6'5", 221 pounds. So a tall guy. Here he's in the pocket under some pressure again as he throws it deep and was looking for no shot. Caldwell, but some nice coverage there from Bryce Phillips.
Yeah, and Kubat.
First time that he's seen some playing time. And again, under a lot of pressure, and he's brought down for a loss of a couple yards.
Chris Walker beats the charge that time. The Tennessee State.
For Tigers, as Devion Bryant is out for the quarterback spot here for TSU. And the ball's going to be loose, and Lindenwood says they've got it, and it looks like they do. Leading the charge there, Brendan Dodd.
7, you know, running quarterback up the middle. Nice, hey, nice strip.
Yeah.
Taylor Blaylock, Mr. Opportunity.
21 for Lindenwood. High snap. Kubat is looking toward the end zone and again toward Caldwell, but some nice coverage there this year that they have just keyed in on and just done stuff specifically for to try to take him out of his game, as Kubat is under some pressure again, able to get the ball loose, but throw it, but not complete. And again, right, if they put in the 2nd, 3rd stringers, would they be able to preserve the shutout? So lots of pride on that defensive side for TSU. Kubat is able to get away from a couple of Tigers, but finally another one bringing him down.
Allen, once again.
So it's a 4th and 13, brings on the kicker. And that kick is going to be blocked.
Blocked by Darius Harper. Why not? Pick it up. Have some fun.
Why not? As picking it up is Turner.
That might have been ill-advised, but nice block by Darius Harper.
TSU offense continues to see each possession with a different quarterback, and Ellis immediately knew where he wanted to go, but running the wrong way on that route was Karate Brinson, their own 4-yard line. Now the handoff to Gant as he pressures forward for a few yards. As we approach the 10-minute mark here in quarter number 3, Ellis has some time in the pocket. Now he's going to roll out to his left. Thought about keeping it himself, off a couple players and into the hands of Gant.
That's when you know. That's when you know everything.
Not figure that the play was over, and now it's going to be gotten to Davis, and he's going to lose a handle on it, but they're going to say he was down. from the 34-yard line. Another handoff, and not much going there. As Ellis able to sling it across the middle. And that's going to be hoping to do here this afternoon was get Gillison and the other tight ends involved, and on that play they were able to.
And you know, as they get the first down, you want the clock to run. You know, try and get them the ball, but it's no more game plan. You're just now the game plan is get to the 0-0-0-0 mark on the clock.
Yeah. Here Ellis is going to keep it himself, and he'll be out to about the 40-yard line. One thing Draylon doesn't do a lot when he takes off, he doesn't really tuck the ball. As it's a 1st and 10 from the Lindenwood 43. Boone will get the handoff as he pushes forward for the gain of 3 or 4.
That's a nice run. He made.
Ellis looking to pass and finding his guy.
Nice catch, nice play.
Durant receivers up toward the top part of your screen. Garnett split down toward the bottom part. Ellis looking for Garnett. It's going to be incomplete.
Wesley Hines.
Handoff goes to Gant, and that didn't surprise anyone.
Tyrone Griffin able to make a tackle back there.
So the quarterbacks working more deliberate here in this half, both Bryant and now Ellis. So again, Gant with the carry, nothing really going there.
Again, Tyrone off the field.
Low snap, Ellis rolls out to his right, looking downfield. That'll be incomplete.
Offense at all. The defense is fighting, but unfortunately when you're down to your 3rd string quarterback, there's not much you can do.
As that kick is good, so Lowry able to make it count, and it's a 43. So over 170 of the former players for the Titans and Oilers organization here in town. And there, Lindenwood's offense able to push forward. 43-7 up on Lindenwood. The freshman quarterback has some time as he rolls out to the right. Now he's just going to keep it himself and slide for the first down.
Smart.
And then Cooper Justice finished out the first half. Was unable really to get the offense churning much at all. And therefore they decided to go with the freshman Tyler Kubat here in the second. Kubat, 3 receivers down toward the bottom of your screen. Instead, he's going to hand it off, and nothing going there. The defensive line for TSU swarming in.
Yeah, TSU has been real stingy.
As Kubat has a little bit of time, is able to dump it off. And across the 40 out near midfield is Jared Rhodes before he's brought down.
Monroe Beard has been all over.
Yeah, like Eddie was pointing out, the biggest component to it is to come out and support the kids. Come out and support the players that are giving it everything that they have. As the freshman quarterback there is able to complete the pass for a first down. If it's something where it's just going to be something for the rest of the game, or if that's something that's going to be prolonged.
Right, and like I said, right now, do things that your freshman quarterback is comfortable doing. And right there,
Rhodes.
Simple swing pass to number 33, Jared Rhodes gets point.
Taking a snap that was a little bit low, but able to make the most out of it was Jared Rhodes, able to haul that in, doing a good job of realizing where the sideline is and taking it down to the end zone, racing in. Up just over 14 minutes to play here in Nashville. As Devion Bryant is in, he will sling it over and find his receiver good for a couple yards. As that's going to be Johnson. Based on talking to him and some of the other people that listen to his stuff, he was really good. As here, out toward the sideline, and will be pushed out of bounds.
Nice hard run.
Continuing to drive here against Lindenwood. And again, it's going to be up the middle for a couple yards. But yeah, Jed, and you know, hey, football's found him, and he was a linebacker in college as a player, as that one was almost picked off.
Nice play, nice read.
Glances over, now he's ready, and he'll sling it over. That's going to be Cunningham. Gain of a few yards, but not enough for a first down. As his Lindenwood Lions trail TSU, Kubat rolling out and looking down toward Caldwell, unable to link up with him. Handoff here, pushed up the middle for a few. You were talking about Lindenwood's defense and how they impressed you here at AIM, but the instinctual capabilities of that. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell how Coach Stugart coaches his guys. You know, they don't have quit, they play hard, and there's that man again, Terrell.
Of course, Keith and I will be back with you for the game here at Nissan Stadium against Tennessee Tech.
Got Ryder Hagan in that court. How much work Coach George and his team and his staff has put in this year.
Yeah, something special brewing here in Nashville, as there with the carry.
Number 34, Ike Brown. Here, and look, playing for a coach like Eddie George, he's building more than just football players. He's trying to build men. You know, it's the whole process, whole thing.
College Football Hall of Famer, Oilers, Titans, Cowboys in the NFL, and here Lindenwood is going to get out for a big gain.
That registers because they still have a program to build. They still want to get people involved. They still want to get guys some significant playing time that means something, and to get your third string quarterback in, your third string.
And a fun guy to be around, one of those guys that always has a smile on his face. So one of the happy people that you want to have around even when things may not be awesome. He's got some sort of a smile and positive outlook on things. As that's going to be, so now the Lindenwood offense ready to roll. Kubat and hand it off.
Ganaway showing some nifty footwork in the hole.
Ganaway.
The band, the crowd, what's the difference? You know, if this place was packed and the crowd was still churning like they can't play while the crowd is cheering, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hear him though. I understand.
Couple receivers to the top of the screen, couple receivers down toward the bottom part of your screen as Kubat looks up, looking for the end zone, and he's going to find his receiver, Spencer Red.
Spencer Red, that was a really nice play. Spencer Red stayed with it.
Graduate, not much experience to a ton of experience.
Not much experience to a ton of experience. He uncovers late. Hollis doesn't look for the ball.
Looking for the two-point conversion. Kubat going to roll out to his right under some pressure, and he's brought down.
Monroe Beard. It's not easy to start and establish a D1 program. Like, look, Coach George is in his third year, and he's going through it as well. You know, he's getting to a point where he's getting.
So it'll be a second down and 12, as here, the handoff, gain of a few yards. As that's Boone, I believe, or is that Ike Brown? It's Anthony Lewis this week, and said just how proud he is of getting the guys in, how hard they've worked. And so far this season, they've allowed 9 sacks as their gain of a couple yards.
Giving up some stuff at the end, but it's part of the game. I wouldn't say they gave it up. I would say Lindenwood earned everything that they got today.
Lindenwood's quarterback Kubat there racing out of bounds after a gain of 7. TSU roster have already earned their bachelors. They have 5th year, 6th year, 7th year players on this team, as here down the sidelines is number 41. That's Ganaway again, making his presence felt.
These people that can help him move this program forward. And, you know, playing young guys right now, you're seeing what you got. You can put them in a position for success next year. And a nice play by number 21, Tyler Jones, for the TSU. And then we gave up 3?
Yeah.
There we go, sorry.
So a gain there of a couple. And
yeah, COVID helped out a lot of players that, you know, may not have even got the opportunity to play if they didn't give them extra years for COVID.
has to have a lot of smiles on his faces. Everyone on the TSU sideline has to have a lot of smiles. And here, out to the 40-yard line, looking to turn it up, but instead going to go down there was Trey Boone.
Smart play by Trey Boone. Get to
Staying
the
in.
outside.